The Universal Grain is a unique social research project of ALLATRA International Public Movement, aimed at identifying and researching fundamental common values and unifying principles in various cultures, traditions, and worldviews to create a basis for constructive dialogue and unity of humankind in the face of global challenges. Results of the large-scale research were also included in the documentary The Universal Grain: Life. In this film, the international team of ALLATRA volunteers collected opinions of well-known researchers, reputable experts from multiple scientific fields, representatives of communities and ethnic groups. The volunteers addressed people worldwide with the same question: what do all of us have in common? And their answers show what unites us all.
De faire cette interview au titre de l'organisation ALLATRA.
Siamo partecipanti volontari di un movimento internazionale che si chiama ALLATRA.
And we're conducting a research, the Universal Grain. And the purpose of this project, we want to find out
what unites us as a society.
Mimo té sociální části i studovali knihy dřívějších kultur.
En todos los países del mundo nosotros hablamos con la gente. Queremos que cada persona pueda responder a las siguientes preguntas.
We ask certain questions of people on the streets and famous people, like everybody. So if you don't mind, I would like to ask you questions.
Okay.
Apa yang mempersatukan manusia di planet ini tanpa melihat agamanya?
Независимо от национальности, социального статуса, unabhängig von der Religion, Politik.
What unites all people across the world internally?
Co właśnie robi człowieka człowiekiem, co jednoczy właśnie wszystkich ludzi.
As one unified world community.
We are all human beings, yeah. Aside everything, aside the colors, we are all human beings. So it inspires and it unites all of us, yeah.
I think people feel love and care for other people in the same way, despite whether from their religion, their beliefs, anything like that. So I definitely think we all have that in common, definitely.
I think that love unites all of us. When this feeling fills our hearts, you know life becomes very happy and beautiful. And you're happy.
Love is something what connects us. Love to other person, love to everybody. Everyone feel it. I think everyone feel it.
We are all human beings. We are all made by the one creator. So we have to live in harmony with each other. We can change the world by giving love to others, so that as each one of us receives love, then we have more love to give the next person. You deposit love in yourself, so you can give that love.
Humaneness is the most important thing, because people shouldn't do evil. A human being should do good.
It is love for life in all its manifestations. God has endowed us with many qualities. We need to be able to fill them with our hearts. Humaneness, mercy, being caring towards everything that surrounds you. We should all be like this.
The greatest commandment is love. Love your God with all your heart and all your mind. And then he said the second of this is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. I live my life not based off of theology, but based off of the greatest example of Jesus Christ. And that's love. So when you do that, it doesn't matter who you pray to. I will still feed you. It doesn't matter who you call God. I will still love you. I will still come to your aid if you have been persecuted for your religious freedoms. Does that make sense? And that's become my rallying cry to the world. I just want to see people have a right to do what they have a God-given right to do, and that is to worship God in freedom.
The first thing is to forgive.
to love, to create, to be a honeybee. Yeah, a bee builds everything, right? We should create, and then we'll be fine.
What unites us all on the whole planet Earth, regardless of where we live, who we are by nationality, and what our religion is?
Heart, smiles, joy. We should open up. Life is very short. We should live. You have to wake up, open your eyes with a smile and live. That's it. You don't know when the heart will stop beating. So you need to be happy.
Humans have to love each other because they are human and they came from one place.
We need our good thoughts and every situation, peace and love, it's everything.
Fundamentally, we are all human beings and we all need love, peace, humanity, and harmony to be able to live as brothers and sisters.
We are all united. It is not a matter of religion. In my opinion, this is different. We all have one God. We are one. We are united.
The difference of religions, difference in skin colors, difference of human traditions and ethnicity. But ultimately, all people are united by one thing, by love.
I may be Malawian, someone would be Zambian, someone would be from Germany, but we are all human beings. We are all united in the spiritual aspect because we are all human beings created by one creator. You have a spirit, I have a spirit. It doesn't matter, the outside skin is different, but we all have one spirit. I have a responsibility as a human being to make sure that my colleague is enjoying the peace that all of us need to enjoy. So it's a matter of mindset. I should value my friend as a human being.
I would like to ask you a question from ALLATRA International Television. What unites all people on Earth?
Interesting enough that you mention it because California is one of those extraordinary places. When I was governor, I detected that here we have a state where you have every single religion. We have like 140 some religions there. We have every nationality represented in California. And they all live together. Every religion, every nationality, every culture you can think of, all live together and no one is fighting. I think that basically people are meant to be peaceful. It's just that politics and religion sometimes divide us of people, intentionally divide us of people. And one just has to be very careful of that. So we have shown in California that you can live side by side and you can be friends and we can get along even though you have different opinions, politically and religiously, different colors and everything different. But you can get along, we can live together and work together.
We are all humans and we belong to one humanity. And this is where we belong to the planet Earth. And we need to respect one another. And what is important is for us to have the values. Once we have values, the values of peace, respect, honesty, this is what unites us as brothers and sisters belonging to one world.
Where we start coming together as individuals, regardless of what your beliefs are or what gender you are, or what, we've got to learn how to work together to be able to understand that we can even love through those differences.
People, when they join together, that time the society starts developing. People should have a unity between themselves because without unity, a society cannot develop. Happiness, yes, bringing smile in others' face, yeah, helping them and...
In my opinion, respect arises from an exchange, thanks to which we get to know the people around us and get to know ourselves. This helps us to see our essence, who we are, and it helps us understand that all of us have the same aspirations and the same love for our neighbor. And I see this in all people with whom I meet every day, everywhere.
We all have the same root. It's a wonderful reason to be united. I mean that our only mission on the planet is to love everyone. Because life is short. We should value this opportunity in order to simply love everyone.
When one has inner beauty, it is reflected externally too. It's actually the energy, the emanating light, in fact.
We have humanity in common. We're all humans. So, I mean, if we all understand that we're the same, regardless of our color, regardless of our religion, regardless of our countries, we're just all humans, and that's all that matters. That's what relates us. That's what makes us the same. And if we can relate on that level, I believe it will be easier for us to live together happily.
We are all people. We all have to support each other, because no one is above another. Humanity is trying to create classes, but it should be just the opposite. There should be no one who is better or worse, because we are all just people. And there shouldn't be a difference between Indians, black, white, yellow, because we are all the same race, human, and we like being humans.
Think about people not only through their religion, but think about them as humans. No matter what the religion is, no matter what the color is, the ethnic background is, basically the humanity is the thing that will make the harmony between the civilization.
I think that we could say that we're all one big family. The human race is one big family. You can show kindness and love to your fellow man.
What unites all people in the world? What's a kind of a general thing for all people in the world? Doesn't matter what's country, citizenship, race, religion, and so on. Love and respect. I would say love is the most powerful feeling that can unite people.
True love goes far beyond words and represents unity. In other words, we are like parts of that divinity, or what may be called the source of this great spirit. When we realize that each of us is united, true love is the understanding that we are all united. According to my perception of life and the world, that is love. I am referring to love with a capital L, to a state of being, essentially unconditional love, unselfish love that is not addressed to anyone, all-encompassing love. It is the only thing that really exists. Everything else is just some kind of illusion.
We have a common feeling of love. It unites absolutely everyone, in my opinion. Because in general, it is natural for a human to love. He's born and loves everything. He loves his family, he loves his life. And this feeling of love, when it's present in people, then a human may be called a human. When there is no love in him, it means the human inside him has disappeared too.
I think the core is love. You can be respectful and you can be kind and you can be happy if you have love. And it's not like religion or skin color, language. It's not very important.
I think humanity is actually the highest point of love. Humanity actually starts with you. Understanding that you are human and you are humane. Humanity is international language. You know, everywhere you go, when you have humanity, then you can converse with each and every person. If you have humanity and I also have humanity, the smiles that we have, the compassion that we show, the love that we have, we communicate, you know, down low in the spirit.
I believe that love unites us, and I believe that God is love, creator God. So even though I know there's all different walks of life, all different religions and cultures, I still believe that creator God is beneath all of that, even though for some we may see that differently.
If I am a true Christian, if it's who I am, then I will love, what do we say? We love you right where you are. Without trying to change anything about you, just meet your needs and let God do the rest.
To love another person is to see the light of God, and for me that describes what true love is. And I think it's important to have that community so that we can understand how to not only best live with best live within ourselves and what drives us, but to live in a community that that we are a part of and that will always keep us kind of in check and in motion.
Love is what unites all inhabitants of this blessed earth, given to us by God. It is love, heart. It is joy which may be radiated through a look or a smile. This is exactly the harmony of life.
For me, when you feel this love, you can't put it into words. Just like words, they won't give it its right meaning. It's a great feeling of like fulfillment. I don't know, love. Yeah, something inside. Yeah, our true nature. This is what like all the Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, all the preachers who came on this earth are trying to different methods, but they all lead to the same thing, which is like to teach us how to love. The problem with like religion is like many people, they follow more the traditions, the rules, and they just forgot about like the true message, which is like love that everyone talked about.
True love can connect us all, can unite us all, and we need to stop judging each other. That's it. That's it, yeah.
What do you think? What unites all people around the world, regardless of the nationality, social status, religion, and so on?
Peace and cooperation.
Every person must find himself in life. To find oneself and develop in this direction, to build, to nurture, to show everyone an example. This is what is called creation.
I think each of us has to remember that we should treat everyone as equal, treat everyone the way we would like to be treated ourselves.
Now, I've seen hate cause a lot of problems in this world, but I've never seen hate solve a problem yet. The only thing that is going to solve a problem is the courage to love, the boldness to love, and the courage to serve.
In different cultures also, I believe that most of them have the same values to unite each other, respecting, caring each other. Without love, we cannot live. We all have love and care to respect, to live a happy society.
There are common values among all of us. I think kindness unites us all.
Kindness, right? Everybody in the world is different. They have different religions and different nationalities, and they're brought up different ways. But I see it as we're all humans, and we all have, regardless of how we're brought up and what manners we are taught, we all kind of have the same morals, which shows the human qualities.
We're all people. That's why we want to live in peace. As for me, I would be friends with everyone.
People, they are all the same, despite the fact that they are from different cultures and have different backgrounds. And the most important thing that unites us is love. The ability to love and the need to be loved. The need to communicate with other people.
It doesn't matter of ages, religion, culture, the color of skin, whatsoever. We should be in a one unite, and we should care about each other.
I would like humanity to be first. If humanity is first, then we will know how to develop one another and how to care another. Because if we put spirituality first.
We are women, we are mothers. We have children, and we want our children to grow up in a good world, in a better world. I have 4 children myself, and I feel that if I do nothing to make this world a little bit better for each of us, regardless of race, culture, religion, nationality, then my children will grow up in this world. And I would like my grandchildren to be born in a better world.
The love that we feel towards each other is what we have in common. It is something so powerful that we can perceive it because we are humans. So if we have this unity, we will live in a beautiful world. but not in the one we can observe these days.
What each of us does, and more importantly, how we go about doing that, can and will, in fact, determine the future of mankind. Working together, we can forge a more promising future.
You know, I'm a diplomat, but above all, I'm a human being. And as a human being, what I want peace and reconciliation. We are all human beings, so we have different culture, we have different religion, but we believe in life, we believe in love. We want a better life, we want a better world, and that's why we need to be united. Now we have a new issue, for example, it's only an example, it's climate change. But if there are not unification between the people, we will not find a solution. We need this unity.
Well, I think first of all, people should start being more grateful, show a lot of love to everyone as much as you can. In general, we should not be waiting for something in return. We should just give.
You should be who you should be, right? Be the person who brings kindness, who brings a smile, joy. Talking to people, I understand that everyone wants only one thing: peace. Peace, some well-being for humanity. That's why my opinion and the opinion of perhaps the majority of people. I have traveled and I've been to many countries, and while communicating, I saw that everyone wanted one thing: peace. Peace and inner calm. I believe that we can become that one grain from which a spikelet of kindness, a spikelet of peace, and a spikelet of love will grow.
I think the knowledge that all of us are human, beneath the skin, same blood, same heart, we can talk, communicate with one another, feelings are the same, yes. But I think what should also unite us is the knowledge that we are created by one God, yeah? And with the same world, so if one part is sinking, the other one is sinking. So we must be united together in love. And there's only love when we know the true Creator and love Him, all of us.
Underneath, we have the same values. But if we can come from a place of brotherhood, sisterhood, and a place of love, genuine love, agape love, we call it in Christianity, and I think the world will be a much better place to live in.
And when we know Him, then we are able to love one another. Because our Creator, where we have come from something that is love. Absolutely. Yes.
Life on our planet manifests itself in an amazing diversity. Likewise, human civilization demonstrates an equally impressive variety of cultures, traditions, and religious beliefs that have been forming over centuries. This kind of rich heritage reflects various approaches to understanding human values and people's life in society. Within the framework of the Universal Grain Project, extensive research and interviews were conducted with the involvement of reputable experts, anthropologists, cultural scientists, historians, religious scholars, sociologists, psychologists, as well as representatives of various religious movements. Materials collected during the research and interviews form a reliable basis for maintaining constructive intercultural dialogue and creating a sustainable, united global community.
What we have in common is our humaneness. It is the original nature of a human being, that which is called fitra, the original state before a human becomes a part of society. It is exactly this original essence that we find in a human. This is how he opens up towards the world, how he loves, how he treats people around, how he expresses his need in relationships, how he addresses the spiritual, supersensible, and how he trusts the one who is called God, Allah, Paramatra, or Ishvara, depending on a tradition. So this is the idea that a human being is basically created from the material and non-material, that is, a soul. I will read an excerpt from Rumi because I'm really inspired by his words and his spiritual experience. He was a great master who said, "Don't you know that the light which illuminates the world is your own light?" And for me, these words summarize everything we have just said. So as the Hindus say, the divine is the light, and from this light, plenty of individual lights emerged. But there are just drops of water which will return to the ocean.
A human is not only matter. A human has a soul, Fravashi. A human has dhyana, the spiritual component of a human. We have a soul which we must nourish, which we should take care of. It is very important to remember that we have spiritual needs. What is Fravashi? It is the second constituent element of the non-material, invisible, spiritual nature of a human being. It is the most sacred component of a human. It is our depository of the divine. There is something divine in us. We call it Fravashi. Fravashi is a part of Ahura Mazda. It is the divine light in us, owing to which we can be perfectly pure. It guides us on the way to purity.
Once you are born as a human being, all of us have, in Bhutan we say Buddha nature. Buddha is the enlightened feeling where you are able to make yourself and the others around you happy. I mean, in Bhutan, like I said, I'm born with Buddha nature. But if you are a Christian, you are born with Jesus nature. So I mean, you don't have, if possible, you try to reach that stage where God has reached, right? Yeah. If not, we can always try to become better.
But keeping here, we're feeling we are standing, the Buddha maybe in our heart, or you are just the Buddha. The Buddha will show in different ways. Also, you can be one of him.
Since our birth, the Spirit has been acting in us, and we live by the Spirit. In our life, it is love, joy, and peace. And He is in everything. He is in each of us here.
The ruh, in Arabic, is translated as the soul. In the Quran, Allah said that ruh, it is ruhullah, means the soul created by Allah. Why does the soul relate to Allah? Because the Almighty makes the soul magnificent, and the human soul is also the sign. The soul is a great creation. To encroach on a human soul is considered to be a great mortal sin. The Almighty says, "The soul is of the affair of my Lord, and mankind have not been given of knowledge except a little." It gained pure information, meaning the divine. If this soul has gained revelations, then it transforms the pure into action. It is a transformation of our actions. It is a translation of what is inside our soul. We have a certain light, meaning we have both a presence of the soul and spirit. We have the light, we have what we feel and what cannot be described and explained at once. This cannot be explained in some physical or chemical formula. Since in Judaism there are Ruach, Neshama and other definitions which refer to the spirit and the soul, many things are analyzed in terms of how to compare it all, meaning how we perceive the Almighty as incorporeal and formless. Therefore, it's very important to understand that through the concept of the spirit, through the concept of awareness of the Almighty, we give Him the only definition. We call Him Ein Sof, the Infinite.
Sufism is based on the unfoldment of the spiritual and moral component of a human. Spirituality is morality. Morality is the ability to recognize good and evil through the second signal system. And this signal system is the voice of our conscience. The great Shakarim, one of the symbols of spirituality of the Kazakh people, said very nicely about conscience. These are beautiful words. He said, I can call human modesty, conscientiousness, and rightness using one word, ujdan, or conscience. No law and no right can purify the heart of a person who fails to believe in this.
Mahatma Gandhi also said that be the change that you want to see. So I firmly believe that we have to look inward and see how best we can be. And as human beings, we are not animals, as human beings, we have to be different. That is one, I think, common grain that all human beings have. First of all, the faculty of thinking and feeling. Mm-hmm. So why should we behave like animals? We're different. And that is never to be lost sight of. We should never forget that we are not animals, we are human beings. I think people must remember that they are here for something else, something beyond this world.
We all know that we are Homo sapiens, right? Wise men. Yet only a few people say that a human being is Homo spiritus, a spiritual being. Nowadays, in social and humanitarian sciences, it is considered that the world is experiencing a global spiritual crisis, that we have to somehow shift from Homo sapiens to Homo spiritus, to a spiritual human being.
Today in modern society, we are brought up to believe that we are independent individuals and we can do whatever we like and it's nobody's business. Mm-hmm. And that is not right, because we are all interconnected and interrelated, not only as human beings but with all of nature. Because even as human beings, when we destroy nature, we are destroying our own homes. We are not here to live from birth to death. We are here for a purpose. Today we have so many divisions between people, and we look at them not as human beings but as Christians or Muslims or black or white or, all these classifications. We don't need all that. We need to be human beings. Whatever our color and shape or beliefs may be, we are all human beings. We are all here together to do something together.
All of us are people who live on planet Earth, and this is what definitely unites us all. What can invisibly unite people of different nationalities? Certainly values that bring self-determination and meaning to our world. And I think everyone has one thing in common, a desire to live. To bring something good, to create. As a sociologist, I believe that hard times are passing, And it is precisely the values oriented towards goodness, spirituality, and God that should triumph.
Participants of the Universal Grain Project decided to conduct a research in live communication with scientists and representatives of various cultures and religions. In the roundtable discussion with people from different countries, it has become clear that people are willing to share their inner understanding and knowledge that has been preserved in their cultures. One of such meetings, the concept of Jivan Mukta was revealed. This understanding was shared by the independent director Snehatalika, who took part in the first film The Choice. She got very inspired by the idea and took the initiative to expand the topics of the Universal Grain Project even more.
I take your question as Jivan Mukti. Jivan means life, Mukti means salvation. Coming to the word Jivan Mukti, or the life salvation of the life, there are two ways, the physical and the spiritual meaning. But the true salvation is not about dying physically, that we die with our own constraints in the mind. We die with our own mental barriers. We die because some unseen things that we are creating around us, that is actually dividing us to accept, receive, or share the true love.
Jiva literally means alive. It's the root of the word jiva and living. Literally it means soul and personality. It also denotes God or a spirit. He is alive, therefore it's called Jiva. Jiva is what possesses life. It's a live one, a soul. And how can we determine this? We can determine this by their actual deeds.
The soul that we have during this life, we would try to understand what is the purpose in this life, not thinking about the real values in this life, what is our purpose, and how to use not only our physical being, but also our spiritual one.
It is scientifically proven that absolute love and absolute truth lie at the basis of spirituality. A person can be considered spiritual if a spark of the divine is shining in him, if in his thoughts and actions he relies on the law of God. What kind of law is that? The law of truth and justice, the law of love and mutual support. The one who in his thoughts and actions relies on this, and whose work serves the future. Such a person is considered spiritual. I mean the one who loves, and who creates on the basis of love, and promotes love, and manifests the love himself. You cannot teach to love without loving, and wanting to be loved. I, first of all, love. Ancient people always knew and understood that the internal component was the basis of their lives. And as a confirmation of this, there are many symbols, signs, and archaeological findings in different cultures on all the continents.
For us in Africa, symbol is very important. They represent what we want to say that we cannot say in words. Africans have a lot of symbols to tell them. And where do you find the symbols? You find the symbols in the shrines of the divinities. Symbols would explain what is meant by different religious beliefs of the people. So that is why symbols, and when you look at that, it's like Christianity. In Judaism, you have symbols. In Islam, you have symbols. In Asiatic religion, Hinduism, and you have a lot, Buddhism, you have these symbols. What the symbols want to do is to give you a deeper meaning. They are pointers to something you don't see physically. That's what symbols are all about. But don't forget that we have said that there's a connectivity of humans all over the world because they actually originated from the same source. When you go through history, when you go through geographical differences and you produce these symbols, you will see commonality, depicting the fact that people right from the beginning have this common origin.
Public service conducted around the world by the participants of the Universal Grain Project confirm that people still feel and know about this. They say that we are united by common spiritual values, regardless of religion, nationality, and place of residence.
No matter the religion, no matter where you come from, no matter the color, we are one. Of course, we want the good part of a person to dominate. We have peace, we have friendship, we have kindness. And those are the things that the world really needs.
Humanity will be the main key aspect for everything. So that might be the heart of a human being, what unites the people, that's what I say. The humanity everywhere.
The concept of a human is very extensive, very broad, and it's difficult to describe it in one word. But I will tell you that one should be a human, you see? And this word encompasses everything. Human, humaneness.
All people all over the world are born with a light inside of them, a goodness inside of them.
Goodness is universal. There's no language. Everybody can relate to being kind, being good. That's what I think can unite people of the world.
If we would like good to win, you are very right, have to cultivate a kind of good inside. And once you are in peace with yourself, you will find a way to love the others.
I guess you should have a soul. It's necessary to relate to everything with your soul, not to be a fake person. For a soulful attitude, there must be a pure heart, a pure attitude.
What is common for all countries is that when people talk, during the conversation, they smile at each other. And it is very important to share positive energy. It is in every country and unites everyone.
A human has come into this world only to do good and to love, and everything else, as they say, is relative. The most important thing is love and friendship.
I believe that we should live in a world common to everyone, regardless of their country, regardless of the city. Let's take all the best from different parts of the world and become like a huge bowl with a mixture of cultures, traditions, and everything else.
Usually when I travel to somewhere and then I don't know the language, and then if I see someone smiling, then I will feel friendly, and then it's like I can communicate and talk, maybe not with words, but share the common experience, happiness. There's those a lot of things that we share in common.
I think that all the people in the world can live as one family. I think everybody has peace in their hearts, and I think it's definitely a goal that we should all strive to succeed in.
If we have the feeling of humanity, that is which is going to unite we all.
All of us are connected through our love and through our humanity and respect and dignity, and nobody's above another person. because of color or religion or ethnicity. We're all are equal, and that's kind of what connects us.
The fact is that to a certain extent, all of us are personalities, and all of us are human beings. We have something in common which unites all of us. We are united by feelings that we all experience. We all feel such things. It is what enables us to unite, to be in unity. In my humble opinion, there are such concepts as religion, concepts of what is right and what is wrong, but there is something standing higher than that. It is the value of a human and of love, because love and the very fact of being a human is above skin color, nationality, above all of this. I believe that this is exactly what unites us.
I think that love is what unites us. Love for the country, love for the woman, love for the mother, and love for the father. That's the only word, as it seems to me, that everyone has in common. You know, the most important love is for God. Primary love is only for Him. Love means to love life. When a person loves life, then he loves other people too, because the same life flows in every human being.
Everyone can realize peace and quiet, and everyone can also, even touch each other, and shouldn't have a jealous each other. The rest of the religion, they do have those kinds of things exactly.
Yeah.
Just only by the people, everyone was a little bit changed. But every Buddha wants to be peace and the quiet.
What also unites us as living beings is that we are all eternal souls. We are spiritual particles. We are not these material physical bodies, we are all one spiritual family. And the realization of this helps us achieve true happiness, love for God and for each other.
So when you understand the joy that is in the self, the bliss that's there, how it's the purpose of our life, so the greatest thing that humanity needs to take up to be human, to live human values,
Point which can connect us is that we have to think we are all human beings. The humanity actually connects us all together. One of the verses of the Holy Quran where God says that I created you in different tribes, in different colors, in different areas, so that you should understand each other.
I agree with the idea that one needs to be a human before a person is a Christian or belongs to Hinduism, or he's a Sikh or a Muslim. First of all, he's a human with his experience and story and his upbringing. Yet, first and foremost, a person is a human.
Well, as people, humanity unites us all together. It doesn't matter where we're from and how do we look and what we embrace and what we worship. Humanity unites us all, and the human value that we are created equal, that's what unites people together. It's important because we want to make this world a better place and to build it, not to destroy it. So we have to always show the friendly side of ourselves.
I think that it is kindness, understanding, and again, love. In my opinion, this is everywhere. The more open the heart is, the simpler, perhaps, communication is. Neither nationality nor religion matters here.
Love for life, that unites us most. We all love living. Everyone wants to be happy. I think that's the most unifying things that we might have in common.
But the most important thing for us is to understand that no matter what condition you are in, it's necessary to learn to understand yourself. Whether you are rich or poor, it plays no role in how happy you are in life. You should feel happy no matter what.
What sets us apart from the animal world is the ability to love. This is love. Love for one's neighbor, love for God. This is what makes a person happy. Material things do not make us happy. The spiritual makes us happy. Because happiness is a spiritual category, not a material one.
In a society where you can be really happy if you put on your nice suit in the morning, you think, wow, I look really good. Well, I don't, but somebody else would. But we all know that buying more stuff, as nice as it sometimes is, that's not happiness.
Exactly.
Now, happiness lives in your heart, but it lives inside of you. It lives in the relationships you have, your friends, your loved ones, your family. But even that is not true. It really only lives in you. Change yourself first. If you are not taking care of the environment, or if you are not nice to the neighbors or the community in which you live, then why would you expect anyone else to do that? And once you open up your eyes for the impact you have on people or on the environment, you will automatically change your behavior. Because I have to have a fundamental belief in my job, and that is at the core, most people are good people.
Because initially our nature is to create good, to socialize, to help our neighbors, in order for good to overcome evil. And what form of victory that will be, it already depends on us. Let's move from a little victory to a big victory, and we shall reach our goal. There will be a kind and normal society.
We should try by our example to be honest, to do good things, to play a responsible role. Wherever we are, whatever our station in life, we should relate in a good way with our colleagues. Even if you're not an ambassador, still you should show by your example, your willingness to help other people. That's very important, yes.
The main thing is not what you usually do, but to do everything with love for God. That's what I think, and the girls agree with me. That nothing happens without kindness, love, and faith.
Life. Life. It is in us. And we should try to live our life in such a way that when we leave, there is at least one good deed left behind.
We are united first and foremost spiritually. Regardless of whether a person is a Muslim, a Christian or a Jew, we all have internal spiritual qualities that are common for all. Each person has freedom, and it is exactly this spiritual freedom which is the main thing that unites us.
Everyone has a thirst for life. That's one common thing we have. Life, human life in all its form. But in life there's so many things. There's love, compassion, there's a feeling of goodness, not only for yourself, but for the people you love.
I find some people is different for my language, for my country, for everything is different. But what's the inside for these people? A good heart, good feeling for a different people. What you say for another people, what you're doing for another people, that's inside you. Keep it the religion, okay, the different religion, but what's the inside the human?
We all have a desire to live. First of all, when a child comes into this world, he has the will to live and the joy of life. If you are able to keep it, then of course that's a gift. It's important to keep it throughout your entire life.
It seems to me that all people are somehow connected by the same search to love and be loved.
Internally, of course, it's goodness in the first place. The kindness that is inspired first of all by our environment, our mothers, our families, our entire environment. When everyone is having fun and kindness is all around, it will be instilled in everyone.
It's just a love of life, for example, is a happiness that
you have toward other human beings.
As humans, we try to find a common ground between us. It is love.
Love and beauty is what saves the world. This unselfish love is what changes a person, because neither money, no power, no prestige can give this state of true fulfillment. A person is completely open to the sacrament of love.
See, what unites us is inside is that we are all human beings, whether it's rich, the poor, or the mighty rich, or the people who are in poverty. They're all the same. When we say a planet, we are all one in the family with equality. Let's not get divided on the boundaries. Let us not get divided on the languages. Let us not get divided on the faith. We are all one. We are all one human being in this planet. Don't have barriers. Don't think he is enemy, he is bad. Any color, any faith, any language, friendship is all that's going to win you. Enjoy the world. It's God created, and God wants you to simply enjoy this.
Nevertheless, was the background we came from, social, religious, cultural or educational background, end of the day we are all human beings. We are in this world to add value to our societies, to our new generation, and to have always progress and development.
Doesn't matter in which country, in which stereotypes you have to this country, people are just people. Humanity, it's something that everybody's got. And I think that's something that can unite people, doesn't matter where they're from. And also in Turkey, I don't know, in Australia, there are people who want to follow their hearts, who want to reconnect with people. And I think it was not a language or culture or whatever will unite us, but really these kind of things of the heart. You can call it spirit, you can call it love, you can call it God, but I have it in my heart. I think we are representing a generation who want to speak a common language again, who want to reconnect. We all come from a different culture and a different country. We spoke different languages, but we find something in common, which is music, which is a spirit, which is our dream, something in our soul. And it's something in common that we are finding also with our fans all over the world.
My soul, it says, all people are equal, no matter what religion you have, Christianity or Muslim or Hindu or any other religion, right? It has nothing to do here. Simply all people are same.
I understand humanity as compassion, the desire and ability to come to the aid of one's neighbor, philanthropy, charity, and finally our common community. Every person has this, the soul, or I don't know what to call it, that which can unite everyone. And being every person, it's a universal principle. And in each of us, when I look into a person's eyes, I see him, the presence of something that this person has forgotten about, but what he once was.
The main thing is what is in your heart, because the human being begins with his heart. Neither financial success, nor any achievements, awards, medals, or crowns are important. All this is empty, but we have one thing in common, that we are human beings. And when we are born, we really have an opportunity to change something. We are born with love in our hearts, and our main task and goal is simply not to lose this love.
And still, I feel we are here to learn and share love, basically, you know. I think that's that's for me, it seems to be the focus to live in a way that I'm aware of the oneness of everything.
If we speak about unification from the philosophical perspective, then of course it's goodness and kindness. Kindness unites all people, no matter what a person is like, and whatever the color or shape of their eyes is. Kindness is always visible in one's eyes. If you treat a person with kindness, they certainly respond with kindness. If you smile, a person smiles too.
What unites us all is humanity. We should act as one united race, one united human. These values are really like what shapes humanity. When we think of morality, we think of these good deeds toward us, these good feelings of one another, and those things can never be found in any other kingdom, but human beings. Human being is nothing without his morality, without his sensations, without his feeling toward his brother human beings, his fellow human beings.
Nobody like to be alone. Everybody would like to have someone to share something. And I think that everyone here in this world should try to help another people. We need to learn how to be really kind to other human beings, to stop wars, to stop a lot of things. We really need. And I think in this field, you are doing a very good job. Your videos are very good in that, showing how to help yourself and help other people.
Everybody wants to live in peace. Yeah, so in peace for themselves, for the children, for the generations after us. So I think this is a wish that's very common.
When people are really unite each other, they are happy. And they don't think about all the difference that other guys want to give up. Less religion, less politics, all the other things like races. Because at the end of the day, everybody of us just want to be happy to enjoy their life.
Yeah. The thing that unites people, regardless of their religion, culture, is the flexibility to understand different cultures, to live peacefully with oneself and the other person. We need to pay attention to everything that we do. Whatever we say, every single action has got a consequence.
God in different languages is called Allah, Buddha, so many different names. In our languages, God is Bayame. There is one people, one love. If all can live as one people, one love, there will never be wars. Just seeing everyone as equal. Everybody has to be equal. No one is higher and no one is lower. All the same. If everybody, all people have that mentality, that outlook, everyone can live together. It's not people that create wars. Governments create wars. Media creates wars. And then people listen and people hate it. But why? When we are kids, we don't see different colors. When we grow up, all of a sudden we listen to the silly things in the news and decide we got enemies there. We need to encourage love for everyone.
First, when the Creator created us, we've got the human part in us, regardless of religion and beliefs and some other parts. So what unites us as a people is our beliefs as a human.
Humans are humans. Everyone, even it's from the India or even with America, I find it being here, everyone's emotions are same. All humans are same. So respect each other, respect the individuality with them, and serve others, helping whatever way you can. That's fine. That's the way you can find the purpose in your life. If I respect you, there is more love between them. Basically, an individual, everyone are good souls. Every person has born as a baby, which they are angels. If everyone love each other, it will be so nice to live, leaving their egos, living their dignity, whatever position they are. Being an angel, even you are a stranger, if we smile each other, if we greet each other, if we help each other, we will be more peaceful, he will be more peaceful, and everything in the world will be more peaceful.
In the course of the Universal Grain Social Research Project, volunteers talk to people from across the globe who emphasized the high importance of the activities of ALLATRA International Public Movement. In the context of today's climate challenges, such initiatives are necessary to foster intercultural understanding and consolidate the global community.
Thank you so much for being there. Thank you for doing this. And it's very cool that you are doing this not locally in Ukraine, but from the very start. This is done on an international scale, because it seems to me that Ukrainians like me, we will be joining you, because we hear you as a Ukrainian. I can hear an Australian, I can hear a Canadian, I can hear a Hindu, an Azerbaijani, a Georgian, and so on. And this is probably what true unity of mankind actually is. Because I have never heard of any other movement that would unite humanity as a whole.
ALLATRA is the best qualities in a person. It is honor, it is conscience, it is love, it is the soul of a person. This is what God has breathed into each and every one of us. This is what sets us apart from the animals and unites each and every one of us. I am speaking with you honestly and openly today. It is time for all of us to lay aside all of our differences. It is time for all of us to unite. Together, let us all reign victorious over the forces of life so that our children and their children have a future. We want future generations to live in a state of happiness, health, wealth, and peace.
We have to respect our spirituality, we have to respect the religion, we have to respect the unity of the human beings and brotherhood of international voice. We have to use that. We have to use our unity and equality and everything, the development of human beings, personal and international level. ALLATRA human being, humanities, it's very, you are doing very major roles to develop the humanity international level. I appreciate your work. It will reach international level, and day by day it will be developed. Inshallah, I hope a good future in this society, inshallah.
The ALLATRA movement organizes international conferences, roundtables, and expert meetings, maintaining a platform for interdisciplinary dialogue among specialists from various countries. A teleconference between mayors of European and U.S. cities has become particularly significant, representing a unique space for exchanging practical experiences and strengthening international communication.
But today's teleconference sets a serious challenge before all of us. What should be done so that we become closer, smarter, and kinder? To do that, we actually need to meet more often on an international scale and discuss all these issues. I think that if there was a global unification, like the one which is taking place now, we would be able to do a lot.
Of course, the environment may change, but those questions that people ask themselves when going to bed in the evening, did they do everything right during the day? Did they make anyone happy? These questions are the same everywhere. There are no boundaries for them. I have friends in Japan, in Peru, and other countries, but it doesn't feel like they are in some other place. When I communicate with them, they are next to me, and it doesn't matter how far away they are.
Just as someone who was raised as a Christian, being invited to go to a Buddhist temple or a Hindu temple or a mosque, everyone is very welcoming, and they all embody the spirit of compassion, and I think also the universal grain, as we're talking about here, as well.
And so I think it's very important to have conferences and meetings like this and bring people who are thoughtful leaders who can start planting the seed towards finding part solutions, even though we may not find all the solutions, but at least create a part solution that we can start working on.
There is a question that we have already asked many people from more than 140 countries of the world in the framework of the Universal Grain Research Project. This project was initiated by people themselves in order to find universal grains, grains of truth in all cultures and religions of the world. And this question is, what unites all people, regardless of religion, nationality, skin color? What do we all have in common?
People are born on earth for self-fulfillment, and this process of self-fulfillment depends on the tasks that society takes on. Self-realization is, after all, the success of all, so that everyone wins in this self-fulfillment, so that it leads to shared interests and results, and everyone feels happy. If you want to be happy, if you want to be self-fulfilled, if you want to help others, do not put off till tomorrow morning. Do not put off till Monday or January 1st. Start doing it today. That's what the happiness is about. Help those in need. Do what you've been putting off till later. Step by step, this harmony will be created. Why do I say society is important? Because, for example, when we love each other, we are on the same level. Then there is peace, right? And then 100% I can choose the best way and the right way. And when all the people in the world support each other, I have the opportunity to make the right choice. I'm not just supporting. I'm saying it's a wonderful job. Why? Because your project enables all countries, all cultures, different people to express their opinions. This project enables one to get more information and better understanding. You are outside of politics and religion. You are just talking about a human being. And I'm proud to be here today.
Well, absolutely, and the beauty of it is it's in so many countries. I understand it's in 140 countries. Well, that is just amazing, and what it does is it makes us realize our similarities instead of our differences. And, you know, for people to share and see they're on the same page, there's nothing that could be more important, really, to be focusing on the positive and giving people opportunities to share an experience in such a real way. So how important is it? I think, you know, the health of the planet and our future depends on it.
And look around us, you know what is going on. There is a chronic issue about being moral, be ethical. You know, these days when companies are hiring and they're looking for people, they're not looking for people with qualifications. They're looking for who's ethical and who's not. So that just tells you how time has changed, and we have to respond to that need. And you have to be the change. And to be the change, you're the first change yourself. Be compassionate about other people. If they're sad, bring happiness to them. If they're poor, contribute with them. So in every small way, if you can impact one life at a time, and if you make that change in that person's life, that person will pay forward, and it will become a chain reaction, and the world will be so much better effects with it.
Because in the 21st century, we say, is the highest understanding of civilization, and wars are going on. Couldn't humanity have already developed such spiritual approaches to prohibit wars, or even eliminate them from our lives? Find the universal grain that unites us. Therefore, we are going to look for this universal grain, so that we find our human, true, God-inspired understanding which will allow us to develop our human civilization further.
First of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity to take part in this serious project. To tell you the truth, when I was participating in it, I didn't even realize what a large-scale serious project I was participating in. I'm delighted, shocked, grateful, and overfilled with positive emotions because there are so many caring people in the world. The fact that both young people and gray-haired sages turn their attention to what is eternal, to the concept of God, impresses, inspires, and gives faith in the future of this beautiful universe. I care about this topic, and it is close to me, as I have been studying the issue of spirituality for many years, and my doctoral research has been devoted to the study of this topic. As my thesis supervisor, academician Maximenko said, personality begins with love. This is a very deep understanding. The relationship between people and the personality itself is the carrier of the divine in itself. And this is love. These are absolute love and absolute truth. These two principles, these two levers. If love reigns among people, then there will not only be wars or misunderstandings, but we will have harmony. We will have peace and grace. And this is proven by all the participants in the Universal Grain Project, that people are united by something that can no longer separate, by love.
University is a project, a social project. Why? Why we need to participate in this project? This project, it will be able to help us to create human unity. And also throughout this project, we can work together in order to protect the humanity. University Grade is like a platform, is like an institution to educate people in order to look or to take on some values, some good values.
I mean, the ideal world for me is that everybody lives in peace and people respect each other, no matter who they are. You respect Jewish people, you respect Muslim people, we should respect Catholic people, we should all respect each other's, whatever we all choose to be. We need to work on that. When good people stay quiet, evil thrives. So good people need to be doing more about it. Well done with your organization. I think it's amazing, really amazing. Let it spread far and wide. The world needs to, it's a beautiful concept. The world needs more ALLATRAs, really, doesn't it? That's really what it's all about. If everybody could concentrate on something good, doing something good, that's exactly what you're doing. So fair play, well done.
If all your members are volunteers, this means that they are a believer in what you are doing. This means that they start to search and try to find their humanity. This means that there is something real they belong to. Without any interest, without any compensation, you succeed and your program succeed together. Such these members and great people to believe in the message, this means that you have something to give to the universe.
There is such a concept in philosophy as responsible society, responsible personality. And this is a key to forming a safe and harmonious society capable of creating. That is, if we form a society of responsible people. In this case, who is the builder of such a society? Of course, every member of that society, every citizen. And the more such people are there, the more there is love broadcasted into the world, and the more people who begin to connect to this world. As for love, I think the highest manifestation of it is unity based on love. It's a unity of people not only within a family, but also of people who belong to different ethnicities and nations. When we unite based on love, we form a healthy single whole. Then I believe humankind will have a great future.
We believe that God made us all alike. I'm very happy to note that ALLATRA professes the same objective of working towards making the life of all human beings in the world happy, free, and beautiful. ALLATRA has really noble cause and noble objectives. We have to work with them and for them. Let us get united and let us work for unity and harmony in the entire world.
I think if each of us share our love, and respect to each other, we will have a better place in this world and also a better harmony. Unity in diversity. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika.
Everybody wants peace. We love peace. I mean amity. We have a chance to live in peace all over the world. When there is peace, there is joy. And when there is joy, we feel good, we feel safe. I think that there should be safety in the world. I want any foreigner to feel at home. I want a world without conflicts, without wars. I have such a mentality that stands for peace. Everyone has one's own views, everyone has one's own religious beliefs, nationalities, whatever they may be. But if we respect each other and accept each other as we are, then everything will be perfect. We will have no wars and no conflicts. We will just have a wonderful life which everyone dreams of. We need to talk to each other and we should live as friends. We should always be together. If we communicate with each other like this, we will always have peace, love, and nothing else but that.
Peace and love, they build the world, they build the life, and my wish for people is to live in such a world.
I think what unites us is that we all live on the planet Earth. For me, we are all equal, regardless of nationality, religion, gender, or opportunities that people have. We are all citizens of the world. We can recognize each other, respect each other. This is, in my opinion, what we have in common. We all have a common home, our world.
Love. Love for peace and harmony. That law of attraction brings us together because of this, having the same minds of love and peace. I feel that can bring us together.
Humaneness unites all of us. We are all human beings.
We're all human. We're all human beings with some basic values.
We are all humans. That is, I think, is the most common denominator that unites.
You said we are all humans. Okay.
Because we are all the same, just the color that is different, but we are just the same.
We all laugh and smile in the same way.
End of the day, we see ourselves in other people.
We all want to live in a good condition.
Hope the world is full of the love and the peace.
There will be no war and everyone will be happy and enjoy their lives.
We were created by God. We are, be black or white, and we have the image of God is in us, which is the soul.
We can find common stories and common experiences inspiring.
And whatever nationality or religion we are, we all have the same emotions and feelings which unite us and make us a single whole. These are, for instance, love and faith.
Regardless of whether we are in Africa, Europe, America or Asia, what unites us is that we are all human beings. We have one Creator who made us, people. We can develop our human qualities and act together. It's very important to talk about this at the international level. Humaneness, love and morality. These 3 points. If there is humaneness, there will be no problems.
Divine nature should prevail because it uplifts the society, and that divine nature you can cultivate by being more spiritual, being best human beings. Be nice to others, be nice to the society, to the neighbors, to the people we interact. Then slowly you will see God in all human beings, all charachar srushti. You can see, you can feel God is in every. I'm so happy that you are doing this project, and my best wishes, and I would say, sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet.
Everyone is a human being, you know, with family, with issues, with ambitions, with dreams, with hopes. So if we can just reach to just people around us within our circles of where we live, and just spread kindness, the importance of bringing people together, bridging cultures, creating understanding, promoting compassion, promoting positive universal values that make us all human, you know. And it takes normal people in their normal circumstances, using their simple phones, using their simple things to sometimes change the world. And I hope I can work with you guys as well. Thank you.
You would love to. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I noted that every person is kind inside, no matter how much he tries to hide behind the mask, right? His environment can make him do this, but by default, he expects this good from others as well. Therefore, it seems to me that these universal values have existed since time immemorial. They are and will probably always be our unifying and cementing layer.
When I travel abroad, I just see that the human beings are the same, but just the language and the culture is different, and at the end, we are all of us are just look like each other. The core is the same because just God created us just like from the same origin. So I think just people need to be close to each other, have the opportunity to be close to each other.
You know, to keep the unity, you know, you have to try and compromise with everybody.
It's absolutely necessary to ensure equality between people. There should be purity between people.
If all people respect one another, the world itself will be better too.
We in Hinduism believe Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is family, your own family. You are a Christian, be a good Christian. You are a Muslim, be a good Muslim. I'm a Hindu, be a good Hindu. Respect each other. That's it.
Doesn't mean that I'm from Africa, or I'm from Europe, or I'm from Asia or wherever. We're just one family.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, what nationality you belong to, what faith you profess. Each of us has children, each of us is a child, we all have families. Even if something goes wrong, eventually we still come to the roots. I believe that this is the starting point when no matter what nationality you belong to or who you are, you should not forget that we are all, to some extent, one big family. And we can always find mutual understanding on this planet. Kindness is a very good quality. When everyone has this element, they forget about the color of your skin, about what religion you profess, what country you are from, and what language you speak. To me, that makes absolutely no difference. It would be wonderful if all people recognized that everyone around is near and dear to me.
I think what unites us is the humanity, that we meet, we all have different cultures. So when we come together, each one learns from another culture. But we can start building. Number one is we must care for one another. And secondly, we must learn to understand, meaning to unite and be together and learn from each other.
we have to share the difference of culture and not to reject the different culture. You have to think not only myself, but maybe you need is to think about all other people in the world.
It's important to accept people as they are. There has to be a place for all of us here.
But if we actually create an environment which will be comfortable for everyone, in which we won't behave like animals barking at one another, yes, I believe that would be a perfect world, and this is the way by which we can achieve it.
The best ways that we can become better is truly by just giving our lives to others, whether it's through serving, through volunteering, through just constantly thinking of others first, I think is key. And even though, yeah, we're born in dark times, we're born into darkness, I think that there are ways that the Creator displays His love throughout everywhere in the world, through His creation, through His people.
Love, God, compassion, I think they all fall under the same umbrella. We just give different names to it at different times. I do believe in a higher sense it's a conglomeration of different human aspects that make us better people. We have to make the choice to do the right thing, common good.
People around the world share so many common values and ideas. They dream of a better future, and so many people, even when they are in terrible situations, they all still have hope. We have the ability to connect with others better than any time in our history. So yes, we do. Yes, there is more to keep us occupied, and there is more that causes us to divert our attention. But amongst all of that busyness, there's the ability to form stronger connections with people that we may never meet, and we've never ever had that in our history. Every person is like that drop in the ocean, and the more drops you have, it suddenly becomes a tide, and it becomes a wave of change. So every drop in that ocean counts, doesn't matter how small it is. If the rest of us, the 99.99%, can get together, then their impact on the world becomes significantly less.
Collaboration or competition? Which model to choose? I choose collaboration. It is much more difficult, but is much more effective and much more pleasant. It is like a revolution and evolution, 1,000 revolutions, but no revolution in any society in the world has ever benefited people. Only awareness and understanding who I am. Take a step and check. If I am calm, if I feel joy and love, then this is the right decision.
That people all over the world can feel abundant. You feel loved. And when you feel abundant, you want to give. I think it's changing. The world is changing very fast. And we have advantage of internet now, and people can see that peace is possible. Peace is possible. And now, like you see that, I'm from Nepal. I grew up in Nepal. As I see come here, we are same. We all want to get loved, and we just have to be very careful with TV. Really, people wants to sometimes they have a power to sell things that not healthy for the community, and it's a mass hypnotism. That's I would say you have to use that for love, not for greed. That's very important. For love, always, and sharing, pure, be raw, real, and then I think the world will change.
It is visible that crimes, there are human trafficking, many ups and downs in every corner of the world. And one nation or individuals or any single agencies cannot combat certain ups and downs in terms of visible and invisible things that affect human beings. So we must combine our efforts. We must contribute from individual to national levels. So, and we must have a common goals. So we must recreate something, or we must have a common values that contribute good for the dignity and respect of human being.
Yes, we know that the situation in the world now is not so safely to live because of this war, conflict everywhere. But you know that love can fight for these things, yeah? And friendship, no border for friendship. We can friends each other in the era of informations, we can change the good informations, not bad informations. Thank you very much for this moment, because however that you can spread the good things to the world, and how people thinking about what is the importance of living together, living in the peaceful, in the society. So thank you for this TV. We can live in the peaceful atmosphere in our society. Means that first of all we are thinking what is the same, what is the things that really unite us. Means that we talk about love, about friendship, and maybe we have to kick out all things, different things that made us separate each other. So thinking about what is the main things, what is the really unite us together, So I think that this is the very important things of what if we would like to living in the peace world.
Currently working with migrants a lot in France, and so we think that humanity and love and compassion are the best value we can promote in a society for it to work and to overcome fear, racism and hatred in society. So I think it did go right.
Yeah, I really agree, because right now in Europe we are facing a very big challenge, which is the migration flow, and we are being put into a very big choice. We have to make history, so choosing the good side of history with love and compassion is what we have to do right now, and it's really important.
The world is divided upon different nationalities, different races, different cultures, but eventually what unites us for me is humanity. For me, humanity is the most important thing, as we're all human beings, we're all living the same life. We all should help each other, we should all respect each other. That's what ALLATRA mainly about. You can work as a group, you can work as a unity. It connects people from different races, connects people from different cultures, from different nationalities, without thinking that they have different religions or anything.
I'm very happy to be part of ALLATRA. In this time, we want to be connected, and we want to be together, one as humans living in one planet.
It's indeed a very good deed that they are doing, and I hope they keep it up, because definitely we need more of such people who feel strongly about spreading more love and not hate around the world. So please keep it up. We definitely need more people to are involved in such change.
So conversations and purposeful conversations, meaningful conversations like these will set a thought process in society, and they get to understand more about where are they headed and what are the questions they should be asking themselves. What are we looking for in this life? And finally it comes down to bridging yourself, connecting yourself with the world around you.
We should change from within. And I believe that organizations like yours are actually summoned by God to open people's eyes and show them the way to improve the current situation. Of course, an organization like yours will not replace a church, a mosque, or anything like that. But it can speak about what we are ill with. It can make a definite diagnosis, to make such an analysis. It appears to me that the task you're assigned with is very big and important. And I think all religious organizations will be happy to help you with that.
I think it's incredibly important right now, especially in our country, the United States. We are being divided right now by ideologies, and we are completely losing the fact that we're all humans, we're all husbands, wives, fathers, children, and that we need to focus more on the individual as opposed to the party or the platform.
It's really nice to have the opportunity to get involved in ALLATRA, because I feel like this is what we need right now, because every countries now they are facing real difficulties, having war and other things. So to have a peaceful world, to have a peaceful generation to come next, we have to work together. So this is what ALLATRA give us. So we have to use this opportunity to influence the next generation.
Your initiative of spreading peace, unity, and friendship is very similar with the Confucian cultural thought. In fact, it is about putting peace as the highest value and uniting the world. So, I, as the descendant of Confucius, as part of China's traditional culture, especially the Confucian culture, we need to and must support your work.
I was so excited that the ALLATRA Public Movement and the Universal Grain Project and all of the participants, what you're doing in trying to spread the word that we are all one, that we are all love. And if we were to focus on love and not think about the separateness of all the different cultures, the different religions, and if all humanity were to come together, what a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful place this would be. I believe there can be. And I love the fact of both of your organizations, the ALLATRA Public Movement and the Universal Grain Project. It's a start. It is absolutely a start. And I think it's fantastic that all of you have come together and are doing this. I also know that this project is a wonderful project, and it is doing wonderful things in the world. And it does create understanding that there is one God, one infinite presence flowing in and around and through all. And we are all people, all cultures are one with this higher presence. How people come together to help people. People pull together to help people. And they don't ask, what religion are you? They always have come and help. So humanity does have a desire to survive. Humanity does have a desire to help each other. Nara, it's changing.
Yeah.
Look at you and your organization.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see. I feel like it is changing.
And I discovered when you love, I can bypass my personal feelings. I see the human being. I bypass my politics. I see the human being. I bypass my belief systems. I see the human being. I say love. But then once I have love, I have to communicate. I got to talk. And then it's then you discover we have so much more alike. We have so much more, we're the same. So love and communication. For those that are watching, you got to be willing to talk to them. You got to be willing to communicate. And it may not be popular to communicate. I'm not saying talk to government officials, right? I'm saying talk to the people. And you discover the more you talk to people, the more you realize how much more we're alike, the more willing you'll be willing to go fight for them and fight for their rights.
To be united is about choice. Whether you choose it or not, that's down to you, because nobody else can make the true choice for you, for I. But as individuals, we have to maybe realize that it's time to be an adult. It's time to look at this world and realize let's change for the better. It's doable. Because once again, it's time that we just realize we are all the same. Universal Grain gives the understanding of the fundamental truth, which is we all are from one race, humanity. We all live in one place, Earth. It's time to unify and bring love and kindness into this world. True love, true kindness. And let's find the common values with each other and understand that we are all alike. We are actually the same, just living in different borders that are put subconsciously. It is time to realize that we are a modern civilization. We have the tools and ability to change. It's time to put the world and our future in our hands.